What would make a man who has just survived a frightening medical crisis ignore doctor's orders just to sit quietly in the audience of a small concert? And why did hundreds of fans suddenly fall into stunned silence when they realized that Lu Yuning had appeared at the intimate mini-concert of Zhao Lusi, looking thinner, weaker, but unable to take his eyes off her on stage? The entertainment world rarely stands still, but sometimes a single unexpected moment can shake millions of hearts. That was exactly what happened on a quiet evening in Beijing. Fans of Zhao Lusi believed they were attending something simple. An intimate mini-concert announced only briefly on her social media. No massive promotion. No giant arena. No elaborate stage production. Just a small theater, a few hundred lucky fans, and one of China's most beloved actresses stepping onto a stage to sing. The atmosphere felt warm, almost personal. People whispered excitedly while waiting for the show to begin. Many fans described the mood as something different from a typical celebrity performance. It felt closer, as if Zhao Lusi wanted this night to be more than entertainment. Then something happened that no one expected. A quiet ripple moved through the VIP seating section. A few fans started whispering. Heads slowly turned. Phones began rising. Because sitting there, surrounded by a small circle of friends, was someone many believed would not appear in public for weeks. It was Lu Yuning. For a moment, the room felt suspended in disbelief. Just days earlier, reports had confirmed that the actor and singer had been recovering from a serious fever and health crisis that forced him away from public activities. Many assumed he was still resting at home. Yet there he was, not on stage, not making an announcement, just sitting quietly in the audience watching. The whispers turned into gasps. Fans exchanged shocked looks. Some even began to tear up, because everyone understood what this meant. Lu Yuning had come here despite everything. And as the lights dimmed and Zhao Lusi finally stepped onto the stage, something extraordinary began to unfold. When Zhao Lusi appeared under the soft stage lights, the theater erupted. Cheers filled the room. Applause echoed across the walls of the intimate venue. But something about her expression seemed different that night. There was excitement. There was gratitude. But there was also something deeper, something emotional just beneath the surface. As she looked across the audience, greeting the fans who had gathered for this sudden event, her eyes moved slowly through the crowd. Then witnesses say she noticed him, Lu Yuning. In that moment, her expression changed almost instantly. Relief, surprise, and unmistakable warmth. Fans close to the stage later said they saw her pause for just a second longer than expected before beginning the first song. But once the music started, she transformed. Her voice filled the room. The set list began with energetic songs that brought smiles and laughter. Fans clapped along. Some sang together with her. The concert felt joyful and spontaneous. Yet as the performance continued, the emotional tone slowly shifted. The songs became softer, more reflective. Ballads about love, about gratitude, about the fragile nature of life. And through it all, many people noticed something striking. Lu Yuning barely looked anywhere else. He watched Zhao Lusi perform with unwavering focus. Even from across the room, cameras captured moments where his expression softened, as if every lyric meant something personal. Fans began whispering again, not because of speculation, but because the emotion in the room was becoming impossible to ignore. And then, the most unforgettable moment of the night arrived. About 2/3 into the concert, the atmosphere changed completely. The stage lights dimmed. The band stepped back. Only a piano remained. Zhao Lusi took a deep breath before speaking to the audience. Her voice was calm, but slightly unsteady. She told a crowd that recent days had reminded her how precious life truly is. How important it is to cherish the people who stand beside us during difficult moments. The room fell silent. Not a phone rang. Not a chair moved. Then the piano began. The song she performed next carried themes of almost losing someone and realizing how deeply that person matters. At first, her voice was steady, but as the song progressed, something changed. Her voice trembled. Her eyes glistened under the stage lights. Several audience members later described seeing tears on her face as she sang. And then something happened that would soon be replayed millions of times online. During one emotional line of the song, Zhao Lusi looked directly toward the VIP section, toward Lu Yuning. Cameras in the audience captured the moment. He was visibly emotional. His eyes were wet. One hand rested against his chest. He never looked away. For several seconds, the connection between them felt almost tangible. Not spoken, but understood. Fans watching later would say the entire theater seemed to feel it. That this wasn't just a performance anymore. It was a moment of real human emotion unfolding in front of hundreds of witnesses. And when the final note faded, the audience erupted, not with wild cheering at first, but with something softer. Applause filled with empathy, support, understanding, because everyone knew they had just witnessed something rare, something deeply personal. As the concert continued, the atmosphere gradually lifted again. Zhao Lusi shifted the energy back toward brighter songs. Fans clapped and sang along, yet the emotional weight of that moment lingered throughout the venue. Meanwhile, many observers kept a careful eye on Lu Yuning. Although he appeared determined to stay for the entire performance, it was clear he was still recovering. He looked noticeably thinner. At times, friends sitting beside him leaned in to check on him. But he never left. Even when fatigue showed on his face, he remained seated, watching the stage. Friends reportedly offered to escort him out early if he needed rest. But he declined. He stayed until the final song. For many fans, that decision spoke louder than words. It showed how important this night was to him. As the concert reached its finale, Zhao Lusi performed an uplifting song about new beginnings and moving forward after difficult times. The crowd clapped rhythmically. The atmosphere felt lighter again, hopeful. When the music ended, she thanked the audience for attending the hastily organized event. She also acknowledged that recent days had been challenging, but the presence of supportive people had made those moments easier to endure. She never mentioned anyone by name, yet many fans noticed where her eyes moved as she spoke, back toward the same VIP section, where Lu Yuning sat quietly, still watching. After the final applause faded, the emotional night was not quite over. Witnesses reported that Lu Yuning and his friends slowly made their way toward the backstage area after the concert ended. At the same time, Zhao Lusi remained briefly on stage to greet fans and complete post-performance obligations. What happened when they finally met behind the scenes remains private. No cameras captured that moment, and no official statements were made. But the images and videos from the concert had already begun spreading across social media. Within hours, millions of viewers around the world were watching the same scenes again and again. The quiet entrance, the emotional song, the tearful glances across the room. Fans created compilations analyzing every interaction between them, not to create rumors, but because the sincerity of the moment resonated deeply with people. For many viewers, the concert represented something powerful, a reminder of support, of gratitude, of how meaningful it can be when someone simply chooses to show up, even when it is difficult. And perhaps that is why this quiet mini-concert became one of the most unforgettable moments fans have witnessed this year. Because sometimes, the most moving stories in entertainment are not written in scripts. They unfold quietly in real life in a small theater between two people, and a single moment when an entire room feels the same emotion at once.